Did you know the term schizophrenia is just 110 years old? The disease was first identified as a discrete mental illness by Dr. Emil Kraepelin, a German physician, in the 1887. Kraepelin believed that dementia praecox was primarily a disease of the brain, and a particular form of dementia. He named the disorder dementia praecox, or early dementia, to distinguish it from other forms of dementia like Alzheimer's, which typically occur late in life. He used this term because his studies focused on young adults with dementia. Swiss psychiatrist Eugen Bleuler then coined the term schizophrenia in 1911. He was also the first to describe the symptoms as positive or negative. Bleuler changed the name to schizophrenia as it was obvious that Kraepelin's name was misleading, as the illness was not a type of dementia, it did not always lead to mental deterioration, and could sometimes occur late as well as early in life. The word schizophrenia comes from the Greek root schizo, which means split, and phrene, which means mind, to describe the fragmented thinking of people with this disorder. This term was not meant to convey the idea of split or multiple personality, a common misunderstanding. Since Bleuler's time, the definition of schizophrenia has continued to change. As scientists attempt to more accurately outline the different types of mental diseases, without knowing the exact causes of these diseases, scientists can only base their classification on the observation that some symptoms tend to occur together. Written documents that identify schizophrenia can be traced to the old pharaohic Egypt as far back as the second millennium before Christ. The heart and the mind seem to have been synonymous in ancient Egypt. The physical illnesses were regarded as symptoms of the heart and the uterus, originating from the blood vessels or from purulence, fecal matter, poison, and even demons. Early theories supposed that mental disorders were caused by evil possessions of the body, and the appropriate treatment was then exorcising these demons through various means, including the releasing of evil spirits by drilling holes in the patient's skull. That is a part we will venture down in another video. Both Bleuler and Kraepelin subdivided schizophrenia into categories based on prominent symptoms and prognosis. Over the years, those working in this field have continued to attempt to classify types of schizophrenia. 5 types were delineated in the DSM-4: disorganized, catatonic, paranoid, residual, and undifferentiated. The first 3 categories were originally proposed by Kraepelin. These classifications, while still employed in DSM-4, have not shown to be helpful in predicting outcome of the disorder, and the types are not reliably diagnosed. Many researchers are using other systems to classify the types of disorder based on the preponderance of positive versus negative symptoms, the progression of the disorder in terms of type and severity of symptoms over time, and the co-occurrence of other mental disorders and syndromes. It is hoped that differentiating types of schizophrenia based on clinical symptoms will help to determine the different etiologies and causes of the disorder. The evidence that schizophrenia is a biologically based disease of the brain has accumulated rapidly during the past 2 decades. Recently, this evidence has also been supported with dynamic brain imaging systems that show very precisely the wave of tissue destruction that takes place in the brain that is suffering from schizophrenia. With the rapid advances in the genetic of human disease now taking place, a future with greatly more effective therapies and eventually cures is imminent.